Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to another math class, another math lesson. I am your teacher, Miss Taylor. Nice to see you again. Alrighty, let's see. If we are ready for math, that means we have our fact practice packet. Got mine right here. And today we're going to be looking at page 7. We want to make sure that we have our textbook. So I've got my textbook here next to me, my workbook. There's my workbook. Some paper or a whiteboard. I like to use a whiteboard. And there's my whiteboard. And last time I didn't have my marker, but I've got a whiteboard marker now. Okay. And a pencil to do our work. Alrighty, and sometimes it's a good idea that we have our place value chart with our ones and tens and hundreds, and we will probably use that today because we're going to be working on writing 3-digit number words. So those are the things we need for math. And our math lesson looks like this. So we're going to do our fact practice. Then we're going to look in our textbook and kind of see what we're learning about today. We're going to learn about writing 3-digit number words. We're going to do a few practice problems, and then we'll have a few workbook pages to work on to check and see if we understand the new concept for today. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to look at is our fact practice packet. We are on page number 7. You might want to time yourself. If you have a little timer, you could go ahead and time yourself. I think for today, I'm not going to go through and do this all with you, but if you wanted to pause the video right now, you can go ahead and do your fact practice for today, and then kind of use the back, check your work, and then we will move on. So remember, your goal is to do this pretty quickly in maybe a minute or two. If a minute or two is not very challenging, try 30 seconds, all right? And then you're going to check your work right away. The answers are on the back side. And it's really good for our brains to check our work right away. One thing that would be a prudent idea to keep in mind when you're doing addition facts like this is making 10. So we know there are certain numbers that work together to make 10. For example, 8 plus 2 makes 10. 9 plus 1 makes 10. 6 plus 4 makes 10. 7 plus 3 makes 10. So if you think about the two numbers that you need to make 10, kind of that idea of keeping that 10 in mind, that would be a really good thing to do, because then when you see, for example, something like this one, if you know the two numbers that make 10, if you're using 7 and like the other number, you can think about, oh, I know 7 and 3 makes 10. So if you know 7 and 3 makes 10 and you've got that memorized, then when you see 7 plus 4, right away you're going to know, oh, I know that's 11 because that's one more. Or this one, if you know right away that 5 and 5 make 10, then you're going to see that 4 plus 10 is just one less than that. Okay, and that's really going to help us master our facts. And then, of course, when we see something like this, right away we know what that is. When we see something like this, we can think of it as, oh, I know right away that 8 and 2 makes 10. So this one would be 10 plus 2. Okay, so just a couple things to keep in mind as you work on your math facts. And then if you want to time yourself, it's always a prudent idea to time yourself, and it makes it kind of a little more fun. Also, one idea that your parents might want to help you with is sometimes I have a daughter who is actually in 3rd grade, but last year especially when she was learning, well, 1st grade and 2nd grade, when she was learning about numbers within 10, I would often say a number and ask her to say the other number. So I would say 5, and she'd say 5. I'd say 6, and she'd say 4, 7, 3, 8, 2, 9, 1. And if you really get that in your mind of what makes 10, it's going to really help you in math and as you get to do harder numbers. Alrighty, so today we're going to work on writing 3-digit number words. We did a little bit of this yesterday, so we're going to do a little bit more practice today. And it would be a really good idea to take out this paper that I sent home in your workbook. You may have glued this in the inside cover of your workbook. That would be a really prudent idea. Alrighty, so we are working on here. We've got some money and we have a $100 bill. And how we write $100 is just like this, $100. Has an AR, like R, mi matey. $100. Alrighty. Now here we have some hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 hundreds. And then we have some tens. There's some $10 bills here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 400 plus 60. And that makes $460. And you'll notice there's no hyphen here because there is nothing in the ones place. So 460, well, there's a 0 in the ones place. But we don't need any hyphens with this number. Let's see. What about down here? Now we have $604. And how we write that is 604 because we don't have any tens. And in words, $604. A little question here. How many $10 bills can we change for a $100 bill? Well, if we look at our place value chart, here it is. And the question is, how many $10 bills? So if we imagine these are little $10 bills, how many of these $10 bills can we change for one of these, for a $100 bill? So how many tens do we need to make the same as 100? And we talked about this yesterday. Well, let's see. There's 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this amount here is the same as this. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you would need 10 $10 bills to make one $100 bill. Because we know that 10 tens the same as 100. And a little bit later in the actually our next unit, we're going to do some renaming. And so it's really helpful for us to think about, ooh, these are the same amount. We could do a little magic trick. We could be like, oh, here I have 10 tens, and I'm going to make this 10 tens into 100. I'm going to do a little magic trick. Are you ready? Bling! There we go. And that's our magic trick. It's not really magic. We're just renaming it. We're just giving it a different name. But this 100 is the same as these 10 tens. Right? This is the same amount. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh my goodness. This is a $1,000 bill. Miss Taylor has never seen one of those. It's a lot of money. And that's how we write it, $1,000. Looks like thousand. And it says, how many $100 bills can we change for a $1,000 bill? Oh my goodness, $1,000. Well, let's see. We have 100, 200, you count with me, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So this is 10 hundreds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 hundreds. I should do it this way. And 10 hundreds is the same as 1,000. So we have 10 of those. That's the same as 1,000. And they're showing us a little picture here. Let me zoom in for us. Whoops, other way. All right, so they are showing us here that 1 10 is equal to 10 ones. 100 is equal to 10 tens. And 1,000 is equal to 10 hundreds. So 110, 10 ones. 100 is equal to 10 tens. And 1,000 is equal to 10 hundreds. How many ones can we change for 100? Ooh, if we wanted to change 100 with just ones, we'd need 100, right? How many ones can we change for 1,000? Well, you'd need 1,000 of those. I don't have 1,000. I have 1,000 there. Alrighty. So let's see, we have a few more practice problems we can look at together, and then I will let you get started on your homework. It says this chart shows 623. And 623 equals how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. So here they've put 6 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones. So the number 623 is made up of 6 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones. And we can kind of tell that by looking at the number, can't we? Because we know right there, that's the number 600. Ooh, screen is freezing on me again. And in the middle, we have 20, and then we have our ones there. Alrighty. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and my silly screen is frozen. So we are going to do our homework for today, and our homework for today is a few extra pages. So it is pages 17 through 21. Now you might be thinking, oh, Miss Taylor, that's a lot for homework today. It shouldn't take too long, but you might need a little bit of extra fortitude. And also make sure you are using this little paper that you have to show or to check your spelling. So this is really going to help you with your spelling. And you're going to go ahead and write the numbers on page 17. Just be careful when you have some like this, like 400 plus 7, that would be written as 407 because there aren't any tens. Okay. And when you get to page 21, just be careful with your spelling. Again, please use the paper to help you with your spelling. Okay. And you'll notice for this part, they've given you kind of the options up here. So that is what we're going to do for today to work on writing 3-digit number words. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you again soon.